Hey everybody, Wes Murphy here, your trusted mortgage resource. Hey listen, I wanted to come to you today and talk to you a little bit about the pros and cons of refinancing your home. It's some things that you should consider as a family before you undertake this endeavor. The first thing is money is so cheap right now. All right, interest rates are at historic lows. So whether you bought your house or the house that you're considering refinancing in 2005, 6, any year up to basically right now, you can still potentially save money by refinancing. Okay, now your long-term goals are going to play a factor into whether it makes sense for you to do it. So that's something that we'll need to discuss. All right. Also, the second thing is improving your loan terms. If you bought a house in 2011, right, you've got 25 years left on your mortgage. So you might not necessarily want to go back to a 30 year. Well, you may be able to refinance into a 25 year and still save money, or a 15 year and still save some money, or still be about the same and knock some time off of your current mortgage to get your house paid off that much quicker. All right. So again, that's something you and I need to discuss so that we can figure out what's best for you and your family. The third thing is debt consolidation, right? So you've got some high interest credit cards that you've racked up, or maybe a car note that you had for a while. Well, you've got some good equity in your house and your investment account of a house, and you want to pull some of that money out to pay that car off, right? So that's something that can really work in your favor. And then the fourth thing is cash in your hand, right? So let's just say maybe you want to pull some money out to buy that new Corvette cash that you've been thinking about all these years, and you've done everything right. You've saved, you've invested. Now you want to treat yourself a little bit. So maybe you want to use some of the equity in one of your homes or your primary home to do so. Awesome time to do it. And we can help you figure out a strategy to make sure that works out best for you. Okay? Now those are four of the major pros. Now let's go into the cons, okay? All right, so one of the bad things is a lot of people back in the day, 2005, 6, 4, they got what's called prepayment penalties tacked on to their loan. Those things caused you to have to make a lump sum payment in the event that you paid the house off before a certain period of time by refinancing it or selling it or whatever the case may be. So we want to review that with you to make sure that that's not going to impact you. Another thing is loan fees. All right. So of course a refinance is not free. No matter what advertisement you see, it has some costs. If you see no closing costs, that just means they're building the closing costs into the interest rate they're charging you, or they're just tacking it on to your principal balance. Okay. So you want to make sure that that cost makes sense for the amount of time you plan to stay in the house. Okay. Can you put the last thing up, please? Less mobility. What does that mean? Well, if you refinance your home, you don't want to sell that house 6 months later, because you just wasted $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8,000, depending on what your loan size is. Okay, so if you're refinancing, you want to make sure that you're going to keep that mortgage for a period of time, whether you're going to stay there with your family or whether you're going to eventually rent it, turn it into investment property. So long story short, refinancing can be an awesome thing, but there are a few things that should be considered. And I covered some of the basics here today, but ultimately everybody's financial situation and scenario is a little bit different. So we need to schedule a one-on-one consultation so that I can help you understand and you can help us understand what your short-term and long-term needs are, so that we can best guide you and make this a win. Hey, for all your mortgage financing needs, we're here for you, and we'll talk to you real soon.